Number 2, get involved in the party. Sign up, volunteer, get the word out. Come to meetings, join a club. We have 4 new clubs in the party: the Young Professional Republicans Club, Faith and Family Values Republican Club of Pasco, the Veterans Republican Club of East Pasco, and the Republicans for Family Values, and there's many more. Please see our website. I know everyone is different. We do have the same cause, but I'm positive you'll find a club to fit into. Third, this is most important for us. Get involved in your community. You don't have to be a politician or jump into the political arena to make a difference. Get involved in your homeowners association. Join a student advisory committee at your child's school. Join a civic organization. Just get involved in something so our conservative values can be spread. Fourth, get online. We all know that technology is booming, and it's a key to getting in touch with people. Get on the website, our website, pascogop.org. Get a Facebook, get a Twitter. I'm telling you, I can't catch up with the generation. My daughter wrote 4 for me, by the way. Get a Twitter, a Facebook, thank you. It does seem like space every now and then. This is the key of getting in touch with our voters. And some of you, I'd like just to get an email address, if you could. For example, you'll want info on our upcoming so-called Radical Redneck Tea Party, July the 4th. Huh? Radicals we are! Number 5, isn't that funny though? We've been called radicals for that. Number 5, be a voice for conservatism by writing letters to the editor. Who knows, they may even print them. If you wrote letters, you understand that joke. And last but not least, as you have done here tonight, continue to give financially to your local party and to your conservative candidates. Those are just a few things just to get you started. Don't stop there. Whenever the opportunity arises to help the Republican Party, I hope you act on it. I challenge all of you here tonight to get involved. Tonight is your call for duty. After this, there will be no excuses. Now is the time. In a few moments, as you begin enjoying your meal, remember this quote from Ronald Reagan. All change in America begins at the dinner table. Again, thank you for coming tonight. God bless the USA.
Share a stage with the
Reagan Day dinner!
Reagan Day dinner with assault rifle. I have to share a stage with 2 rifles. I feel safe. Plus, we had to park our car right up front. There was 2 police officers and 2 sheriff deputies, so I know they're not going to steal our garment. So I feel safe. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here and see a lot of familiar friends. I know Jeff Atwater's here. I saw Carrie Baker. Who else did I see? Will Weatherford is here. Peter Nair.
Gus Bilrakis.
Gus Bilrakis. Where's Gus?
Hey!
Gus, good to see you. I'll be very brief. Thank you very much for the opportunity of letting me speak to you and interrupt your dinner. I want you to know that I am running for the U.S. Senate. And I'm running for the U.S. Senate. I'm running for the U.S. Senate because I believe with all of my heart that we are living in one of the most important moments in American history, where before us lie 2 clear directions for our country. One direction is the direction of a government that is entrusted with the job of creating jobs and opportunity for our people. Something no government in the history of man has ever been able to do. There are people in American politics, in fact there are people in our party who believe that government, if it spends enough money, raises enough taxes, and passes enough laws, can actually create wealth and prosperity. For our fellow Americans who believe that, they can be very well represented by the Democratic Party, who is led by a very articulate spokesperson, President Obama. The problem is that the vast majority of Americans do not agree with that. The vast majority of Americans know that jobs are created by risk takers, by dreamers and entrepreneurs.
Here, here.
By people who are willing to take money out of their life savings or a draw on their credit cards and pursue a business plan drawn on the back of a napkin. By people who start their first business in a garage in their home, even though it probably violates the zoning code. And one day are on Wall Street trading stock in that company. Those things are possible because we live in a country that understands that the individuals working together are more important than the government. A country that understands that presidents and senators and Congress is not the most important job we have. The most important people in America are the people who wake up every day whose names we will never know. They're never on the cover of magazines. They never get invited to talk shows. And yet these people go out every day and create jobs and prosperity for their families and for their communities. Those people deserve a voice. Those people deserve a voice in American politics. Those people deserve a voice in American politics. And that voice in American politics has to be the Republican Party. I'm here to tell you that the more our party is like the Democrats, the less reason we have to exist. We are not supposed to be the opposition party. We are the alternative. To offer our set of ideas that will make this country what it belongs and what it should be again. We are the party of tax reform and a balanced budget. We should even be the party of term limits in Washington. No one should serve half their adult life in the Congress. By the way, I forgot to mention my former chief of staff is here, Richard Corcoran. Where are you, Richard? He's done very well for himself. I hope you guys will consider supporting him in the future. Because a lot of these things I'm telling you, he taught me. I'm just kind of... Here's what I'd say, and I'll close with this, because I know you have other people that are here to speak tonight, and I'm an uninvited guest who dropped in because my Garmin brought me here, that little GPS thing, and because you have such a great community, because we had a great time last year here, and because I'll never forget that experience of watching guns being auctioned at a Reagan dinner. Yeah, I love Pasco County. It's probably the safest county in Florida. Thank you, Sheriff. I know the task before us is difficult. I know it's hard to watch every single day as the media worships our president. I know it's hard. I know some people believe, you know what, it's too difficult to argue in the battlefield of ideas with these individuals. Why don't we just go along to get along? Why don't we just become more like them? If you can't beat them, why don't we just join them? I know that there are those that preach that for our party and our movement. And I know that they are wrong. And I know that the campaign I've undertaken is difficult. Many of you have never met me. And I'll spend the next 15 months trying to convince you that I'm the right person for this job. I know that this undertaking is difficult. I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to do it right. I can't tell you that every day starts out as a ray of sunshine because they don't always start that way. And I'll confess to you that there are days when you wonder, is it worth it? Private life has great benefits. Just a few months ago, I was a private citizen. When reporters would call me, I wouldn't have to answer their calls if I didn't want to. When they asked me how much money do you make, I would say none of your business. But now I'm re-entering public life again because I believe so deeply in these issues. And I'll share with you something that happened to me today because my faith, without it, and faith is always a private thing, but today I think it's important in this setting that it be a public thing. There are times when people get discouraged just because things happen in your life. And you face obstacles that perhaps you do not know how you're going to be able to overcome. And one of the reasons why I'm running for office is because how deeply I am committed to the idea that my children not be part of the first generation of Americans left worse off than the ones before them. And this morning my son had a party at school. You know, Father's Day comes after school is over. And so they do a Father's Day program for the dads who come in. And I was thinking, gosh, I gotta get on a plane again today, I gotta fly to